Marianne Vos, twice a world champion on the road and current leader of the UCI World Cup standings. The Dutch superstar also heads the way in the development of technology specifically for female cyclists. Women on bikes is now big business, and the World Cup peloton is at the forefront of this rush to ride. Both Rabobank Live Giant and Specialized Lululemon both ride bicycles with geometry specifically designed to fit the female form better, providing testing and development for the marketplace. Of course, bicycles designed for women's needs are not a new thing, but historically those needs had more to do with modesty than biomechanics. British professional Katie Colclough is one of the riders benefiting from the greater attention being paid to top-end design.
Riding the women's specific frame fits me much better than other frames. Like, as soon as I get on it, I feel comfortable. It's not like you're trying to put your body into a position that's not comfortable, and it just fits much better.
Better why though? What are the differences that mark out women's specific geometry?
Very subtle differences, but make quite a big performance difference. Generally, the head tubes are a little bit taller, so the drop isn't quite as large. The top tube of the bike is generally a little bit shorter. Over a wheelbase is probably very similar, but chainstay lengths on the bike are a little bit longer to get a bit of extra stability. So very subtle difference. Generally, women's height is in their legs and fairly short torso, so the accommodation in the head tube and the top tube generally mean for a much more relaxed, much more comfortable fit.
The rapid growth in women's cycling has meant that creating machines just for women has become financially viable over the last 5 years. Frame materials, form and functionality are now equal to bikes produced for men. If anyone had any doubts about the rise of the women's bike, they need only count Vos's wins in 2013 on a women's specific design. And UCI homologation is likely to be the next step in this evolutionary process. Although we can't all be Marianne Vos, just like the technology from Formula One, the leisure rider stands to gain from greater choice and better, more thorough bike fitting.
Yeah, to get fitted properly is probably number one on a very long list of things for cycling. It's really key to make sure that you're in the right position so you don't injure yourself. Cycling is a sport of repetition, so it's mainly a difference when you get to the smaller riders, more sort of petite frame. It just allows you to fit them more comfortably to the bike. So steeper angles, shorter frame sizes, just means they can ride a bike a little bit more comfortably.
Obviously, they don't necessarily suit all women, so some women that are more sort of men's height, so our taller women, would perhaps fit better on a male bike. But from the majority, the women's fit bikes generally perform better and more comfortably than a men's bike of the same equivalent would do.
If all this techno-speak leaves you apprehensive, Katie Colclough is convinced of the importance of getting it right from the very start.
I'd say a lot of females are intimidated by the technology of cycling. I know lots of my friends wouldn't have a clue what to do with bikes. It's important when you start cycling as a female to get everything right. I think a lot of women can get on the bike and not do things properly, ride the wrong saddles, ride things that don't fit them, and maybe they're okay for a few weeks, but then they start to get injured and this could put them off continuing to cycle. So I think it's very important to look at role models and see people doing it right so they get on the right pathway. I think when choosing the equipment, you just need to go in with an open mind. Don't go in with any stereotypes, and you need to remember that everyone is different and nothing's going to definitely work for you, but just comfort first really. It can be easy to look at a saddle and go, oh no, that's too big, it's not going on my bike, but comfort's first, and that's what will keep you riding every day. You're not going to want to sit on a bike if it's not comfortable.